Oh gosh. Sheesh. My God, son. You gotta be careful. You could have hurt Daddy. And for the third time, that little young bull, he's like, Daddy, did you hear me? Why don't we run down here and AHOOGA with one of them heifers? I hear you, Nate. You're still the man, Nate. You're still the man. What in the world? That's a little parakeet. That's a little parakeet, and he just came landed on Tex's back. Man, and then he flew. There's a lot of stuff going on in this video. Tex has picked up his blue barrel with his horn, and he's holding it up against the fence. And I don't know why he's doing that. I'm gonna walk out there, see if he wants to play. Let me watch from here for a second or so. Sometimes when you go out there and you mess with an animal during his own playtime, it messes things up. I love watching him play on his own. So for you folks who don't know the story already, Tex was actually the subject of a study. So there was a viral video about Tex. I know most of y'all have seen it, the one with the red ball. Go get it. Oh no. Bring it back to me, Tex. Turn it back around, Tex. Turn it around this way. Uh-oh. That's a barbed wire fence. That's a rubber ball. It's inflated. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, buddy. Where he pushed it up alongside the barbed wire fence and it punctured. It popped. And that wasn't really the big deal. What was the big deal and the focus of this study out of A&M University, Texas A&M University, the reason they wanted to look at him and watch him and observe him was the emotions that he showed after he popped that ball. And so it wasn't a whole team of people. It wasn't like them studying ET or anything. They didn't come close off the pasture and none of that nonsense. We would have never allowed that. But a lady, an animal, I think the word is psychologist, came out and she just watched him. She just watched. Let me circle around where you can see what's going on. Hey buddy, did your barrel get pushed up in here into the barn? It's no fun over here, is it? No, sir. Let's put it back over here where you can play. Oh, gosh. Sheesh. My God, son. You got to be careful. You could have hurt Daddy. I'm just kidding. You ain't going to hurt me. So the lady that came to study him, I'm going to tell y'all some of the stuff that she asked me to do. No, don't leave. See, that's why I hated to come out here, because once I showed up, the game at that point was over. The lady that came to study him wanted to watch him in different parts of the day. She wanted to watch how he interacted with the other animals, mostly. And I don't think she was very happy with what she saw, because I believe she was hoping that he would be a bull who was very empathetic, who had a sensitive side. Hey, y'all know the bull I'm talking about, don't you? Remember that bull Ferdinand from that kid's cartoon? He was that Mexican fighting bull, that Spanish fighting bull, yet he wouldn't fight. Fernando, I don't know, I forgot. But I think that that's what she wanted to see with Tex. And when she saw a big old brute like this, who had, well, a sensitive side, man, that woman just could not wait to get over here and make a study out of it. But I'm sorry to say that while she was here, Tex didn't exhibit any of those characteristics. He would push other animals off his food to make sure he ate first. He did not, I don't remember exactly all the things that she was hoping to see out of him. But I think that she left fairly unimpressed. And whatever her thesis was, didn't work out real well for her. It was funny, though. It was neat. It was neat to meet her. And I stood out here and watched her walking around with her notebook, taking notes, writing things down, taking pictures. But Tex is unique. He's a really unique little guy. So, I remember something else that she told us that was so bizarre. So, they sell toys for dogs because dogs have that kind of energy to play with toys. They'll chase sticks and chase balls and frisbees, That's very common in dog species. You even have, they make toys for cats. You know how a kitten and even adult cats will chase around little laser lights and, little toy mice, and you pull a string and they go all kinds of crazy. That's something that's amongst their species. That's very common. But what is not common, folks? They don't make toys for bulls. They don't. You can look it up online. You're not going to find a toy for a bull. Because generally speaking, animals this large, they try to conserve their energy. They can't. They don't have the strength to run around and chase barrels and flip things over on their head and chase balls and the things that Tex does. And that was what was so unique about this guy. The fact that not only did he show the emotions when his ball no longer worked, but the fact that he even had that kind of energy to play games with his human. The heck? What in the world is going on with Pearl? Santana? What does she think she's doing? She wants to learn some of these games, Tex. Let's teach her how to play with this. Let's teach her how to play barrel. We used to call this game rodeo. Rodeo! You want to play a game? Rodeo! Good boy. Yeah, he's a pretty unique little fella. My dad told me this joke once, and I shouldn't tell you all this because it's going to probably offend you, but it's really, really funny. It's about a bull, a couple of bulls actually. And the reason I tell this joke, even though it's probably going to be kind of offensive to a lot of people, the reason I tell this joke is because it refers to bulls and their energy or lack of. Here it goes. Once there were two bulls. There was a big daddy bull like Tex, and there was this young little bull. Just a little man. Boy, they were on top of this hill, and they were standing there looking down the pasture at all these cute little heifers, which is a female cow. And that little young bull, man, he's jumping all around. He's jumping around. He goes, Daddy, Daddy, hey, Daddy, let's run down here. And I'm going to try to find a word that means the same thing. Daddy, let's run down there and AHOOGA with one of them heifers. And the big dad bull, just sits there and continues to nibble on a little grass, doesn't make much movement. And once again, that little bull goes, Daddy, Daddy, let's run down there and AHOOGA with one of them heifers. The dad still sits there for a minute and doesn't really make any sudden movements. And, bulls, all big and nonchalant. And for the third time, that little young bull, he's like, Daddy, did you hear me? Why don't we run down there and AHOOGA with one of them heifers? And that old bull, this is bad. That old bull goes, son, why don't we just walk down there and AHOOGA with all them heifers? I hope y'all got that joke. I hope y'all got the joke. Do I have to explain it to you again? Do I have to explain it to you? Young bull wants to run down there and AHOOGA with one of them heifers. Old bull says, son, let's walk down there and AHOOGA with all of them heifers. Okay, you know what? Some jokes are not for everybody. Now, the fun part is, how many of y'all have a kid who just watched this video and that kid is saying, Mama, what does AHOOGA mean? And I hope to God them kids can roll that G. All right, try it again. AHOOGA. One more time, the way I did it. AHOOGA. Now, how do you spell it? How would you spell that? Seriously. Jamie, your turn. First of all, make the sound, then try to spell it.
I can't make that sound.
Just try to make it.
Thing to make that
Just
sound.
make the sound.
AHOOGA?
What in the world was that? Now, how do you spell it, Jamie?
AHOOGA.
AHOOGA.
Yep.
Lex, how would you spell it? The same way?
There you go.